Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to And Unity for All. This one is going to be kind of short. This is something that most of you should be pretty well up to speed on already. This is going to be about net neutrality. On December 14th, the FCC is going to be voting on net neutrality. And they're using an aim, of course, restoring internet freedom. This has nothing to do with your freedom. This is corporate freedom. It's not going to help you at all. This is done completely with corporate backing by different entities that shall be nameless for the most part. The State of New York and different consumer groups have requested a delay in the vote, and the FCC has refused. All of that has to do with a court case that is involving the Federal Trade Commission, and the whole goal of all of this is to set up a no-win situation where consumers basically have no government agency, nobody representing the consumer. Any attempt to restore any form of consumer protection would wind up in court cases being bounced around and fight over who has jurisdiction, the FCC or the FTC, and in the end it would wind up with a court case lasting for years, and we know how those end. By the end of it, the case has been in court for years and costing many millions of dollars. In the end, they give some kind of a fine, which amounts to a few piddly $1 million, while the companies have been making billions of dollars of profit. And the fine, it doesn't even make a dent. It basically comes down to 2 days worth of profit, if that much. Anyway, so what are the risks involved with eliminating net neutrality? Of course, there are increased costs, because you will wind up paying for all kinds of different fees to access different websites and different forms of access. You want social media access, well, that's an additional fee. You want your email access, that's an additional fee. You'll wind up being nickel and dime to death on top of your internet access, which of course will not go down in price at all. If anything, it'll probably go higher. Then there's the risk of censorship, when your ISP may not allow you, and we're already seeing this. I've already run into issues where my ISP tries to block me from accessing certain websites. Where that's concerned, I do advise people to download the Onion router, the Tor browser, because that will allow you to bypass your ISP. And look it up. It's at torproject.com. And be sure and pay attention to the warnings to keep your anonymity online. But in any case, even if you don't do that, it will still allow you to bypass any blocks by your ISP. This is just another indication of our government agencies all being for sale to the highest bidder. We have corporate entities that are running all of our agencies, and that includes the FCC. People that used to work for Goldman Sachs are in charge of the economy and the treasury. And so, people that used to work for communications companies are running the Federal Communications Commission. And none of them have any ethics. Their only ethic is who gets paid. That's it. So, as of tonight, right now, there is going to be a protest tomorrow at various Verizon locations across the country. I'm going to put a link below so that you can find the protest that is closest to you. Unfortunately, they are having it in the morning, so that's not so great for a lot of people that have to work. And luckily, I'm not working at the moment. I will be there here in Montgomery. Be sure and look for that. Another issue here is we need to stop looking for heroes in our government. I don't care who it is. Stop looking for heroes. I'm not going to name any names, but this is kind of all a cult mentality. It doesn't matter what party you're in, what candidate you are trying to support, who you think is going to save you. We don't have any heroes. And this is another motto of mine. Stop looking for heroes. We are our own heroes. We are in a new era, which we've actually really always been in, but people are just becoming more aware of. We are our own heroes. The only way that we are going to accomplish anything, the only way that we are going to save anything, is by remaining informed and involved. Get involved with different issues. Join up with different groups. You don't have to become a full-fledged member of a group. Go from issue to issue. Join with different groups for different issues that you agree with, and be involved with just that issue. And go from one to another. Keep in contact with them, so if they're doing something else that you agree with, you can join in, and if you don't agree, then don't take part in that issue. And don't put all of your time, all of your money, all of your resources into one group, because they all have their own individual agendas, and in many cases they're being led by different entities that you don't want to be involved with. You look at so many of them, and they're being run by the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, and all they're trying to do is get your money. And so don't fall into that. Just get involved with different issues until we accomplish what we need to accomplish on anything. So, again, contact your elected officials regarding net neutrality. I'm going to put that link below as well. Don't wait on this. This is going to be voted on December 14th. You don't have time to wait. So that's why I'm making this video right now. Time is of the essence. The protest is tomorrow. The vote is on the 14th. So we've got a little over a week. We've got 8 days until this vote. So, please click like. Apparently it helps me with, if I get any money out of this, that does help. And please click subscribe. There is this strange thing about being able to personalize my web page on YouTube, which I understand. I have to have at least 100 subscribers before I can personalize the name of my channel. And again, I do understand that, because otherwise people can just hijack a name on, just like they've done with domain names on the internet, and they hold them hostage. You pay them off to get the name that you want, but having 100 subscribers tends to legitimize the name of the channel a lot more. So please subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for the people that have subscribed already. If you can, then please become a patron on Patreon, even if it's $1 or $2 a month. That's great. You know, it helps to let me continue doing this. I am going to start putting more personalized content on my Patreon page as well for subscribers. So far, my Patreon page is open to anybody that wants to see it. And, well, thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.